What's up, guys? Tom Davis here, America's Canine Educator. This is episode number 2 of Titan the German Shepherd. For those of you who haven't seen Titan's first episode, go back and watch that now.
So let me see the leash when he's in this position. And you just walk away. Here, buddy. We're just going to work with him here. And then we'll probably go inside. But the transition is huge compared to where he was, and even the consultation. Every single time that he's seen me within this radius, he's been blowing up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is awesome. Fantastic.
No.
Come. So I'm gonna have you ignore him now.
Yeah.
So you can watch what we're doing, just don't engage with him because he's gonna want to pick you all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm the bad guy because he's uncomfortable with me.
Yeah.
So the goal is to get him comfortable enough where we can recall him off of you with this leash here, and then break down the insecurity things.
Yeah.
But this is fantastic.
He's still totally fixated, but
yep, that's okay. I don't care. You're not here to get him to like me. You're here to get him to not want to eat me, right?
Very much.
Come. Hey, come. Come. Good boy. Yes, buddy. That's it. Good boy. Got a little excitement there. That's good. Yep. I'm going to see. Yeah, good. Good. Yeah, buddy. Good. So I'm not going to him, he's coming to me. Which is good, because I'm not like, hey, love me. I'm like, here I am, and he's pinching me. So, that's good. Come. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Come. Good boy. Leave it. Good boy. Much better. Woo! I'm happy with that.
Nice, eh?
Yeah. Heel. Tighten. Heel. Heel. Heel.
Switch to German.
Oh, Fuß. Good. Fuß. I can't keep track of the dogs that we teach in German and English, so sorry. Good boy. Good boy. Good. So I'm going to try to break this down here. Good. Good. Good, buddy. Come on. Good. Super. Oh. You see his behavior start changing? Really good. I'm happy with that. So very low levels, non-corrected. If he's complying to that recall without physical pressure, that's telling us that he is 1,000 times more comfortable than he was. Where before, not only did he want to hurt me, he would not be next to me. So trying to recall him with the e-collar off of you is going to be a significant thing, especially with other people in the room. Hey, come.
I'm just breaking down the impulse control because he's gonna want to seek safety from you, comfort, assurance. So the more I break that down, the more he'll gain that with me. And that's all I'm doing now. So he's doing pretty good. Do you have any questions? Right. So I'm focusing on the e-collar to manage it, because then we can start training with things, you know. Now we just have to work on training, which will help you manage it. So now that we know that the remote's going to be your tool, I just want you to work on obedience, and I'll just leave that up to you. And so getting him to place, getting him to sit and stay. The place command is going to be your biggest thing right now, because with a dog like this, it's hard to get over the behavior, but now that we focus on the training aspect to manage it. So sending him away to an area is going to be step one, besides the leave it command with it. Now he's way better. I mean, now we can work with him. Well, before we couldn't work with him because he wanted to kill me, or bite me, or run away, or whatever. But now we have something we can work with. So that was the game plan originally when he came in, was to do that. So that's what we're going to be doing now, is just switching to the obedience parts. Like if he's running around the yard, he's got his collar on, you say tighten down, or flats, boom, he goes down, good, stay. Okay, same thing, somebody comes over unannounced, say he's an aggressive dog. But if you have somebody say, well, wait a minute, let me show you exactly how this is broken down. The growl, the bark, his eyes, his breathing, his body posture, all of these things go into that big pot, and you've got to have somebody that knows those ingredients really well in order to say, you know, his eyes are, you know, doing this, or hey, let's try this tool. And collectively, between you and I and him, we've figured out a game plan that has expedited his training from what he's done over the years with anybody else that's worked with him, including you, to a completely redesigned product here. Rationally went from nobody could be in the room with, remember when he was first here, nobody could even be in the room with him, with moving, and he would freak out? Now he's in the room with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, including you, and he's this. So the progression has been, I mean, I couldn't ask for anything else. I'm sure you're very happy with it. Ultimately, he's less stressed because of it, because he doesn't have to yell at everybody all the time. So that's it. Now, this progression has been a cumulative of maybe 2.5, 3 hours at the most over 2.5 weeks, right? So if we did this for a week straight, Monday through Friday, you would have seen it faster.
He's walking by my side, and I can get him to walk past and ignore him.
Yeah.
So the level of fear that he has gone down, his confidence has gone up. And that's exactly what I want from the dog.
Yep, and that's it. That was our game plan. We have succeeded with that, and it really comes down to the tools that we use in order to help with us with that. Because I could sit there all day and say, do this, now do this, do this. I have to, like I told you before, 1 out of 10 to 15 dogs I'll probably have to work. 1 out of 100 dogs I'll have to say, give me the dog for a day or two. But with him, he was so fear-based and so insecure. And, you know, you've tried other people, right? You've tried other methods, and nobody could crack the case with him. And I think and we do this all the time, which is fantastic. I'm really happy to be able to do it. However, it just goes to show that we're not just, like, stemming him from, or making him fear us, and we're making him, hey, you know, I'm going to correct you or hurt you or discipline you. It's not that. We're teaching him very clearly what's right and wrong, and the moment he then steps foot into the light of like, oh, if I'm this, there's no uncomfortability, he lives a more successful life. And that's the key that people don't understand in balanced training, is there's so many people that are like, you're going to make the dog fear you, you're going to make the dog be afraid of you, you're going to make the dog stressed. Well, I could either let the dog literally bark and try to bite everybody for the rest of his life, or I can spend an hour to teach him, I know you want to hurt me, but you're not going to do that anymore, and here's why. And explain to him that that's bad. And so an hour of discipline and uncomfortability for the dog will then transfer over for the rest of his life. And now you don't even have to think twice about, is this a dog I can't keep? Is this a dog I have to get rid of? There's not even a question of that anymore. It's just finding the right ingredients.
You know, the thing, if I look at what you've done versus the other trainers were all focusing on me getting him to do things, right? Me getting him to sit and stay, me getting him to follow my hand so he could get a treat. It's all marked for base training.
Yes.
It's all like, you know, teaching them the basics, and that's like, you know, just teaching them to speak a different language, rather than like trying to teach him, you know what, you're okay. You're okay being with somebody else. This other person is not going to hurt
Right.
you, and you can be confident
Well, yeah.
rather than be fearful, right?
Right.
And every single trainer, that was it. You know, it was like cutting up hot dogs, cutting up other bits of stuff, so that, you know, I
Yeah.
would try and reward him for doing something, rather than let's focus on what's really wrong, which is he was lacking in confidence.
That's it. And there's absolutely, it's literally black and white. There is absolutely no question. You've tried 4 or 5 other ways of doing positive reinforcement for good behavior with you. He's good with you. What the hell do you need that for? You know what I mean? It's okay, yeah, I know that my dog likes me. That's the problem, guys, is my dog wants to eat everybody else. Hello? How do I fix that? And that's, it's literally black and white. It's like you going outside and saying the sky's red, and me going like, look, here's a book, and it says it's blue. And you go, holy shit, it is blue. Duh.
It's like
Yeah.
I told you.
And I think it comes with the level of experience, and I've said this many times before. There's a lot of people that say, hey, I'm a dog trainer, we talked about this, right? And they say, okay, here's this. And they go, okay, here's some food, go get him to sit and go get him to down, and you're like, okay, cool. You know, it gives you something to do, but that's not why you're there. And that's what it's just like, I'm at a point in my career, like I was probably telling you before, is all I want to do is train dog trainers at this point. I want to multiply myself to help these guys, because if there's more of me, then there's more saved dogs.
Yeah.
And I could one-on-one talk to you all day, and each session that comes in, everyone's like, life changer, groundbreaking, holy shit, tears, cameras, you know, all this stuff going on. It's life changing, and I think, I'm like, okay, great, but I want more of me. But I think if people just are a little bit more honest with the way that they train and how they train and what they can train, we wouldn't run into this issue. Like if we just had like a distributing factor like doctors do, right? You go to a dentist, but they don't do surgery, but they're like, hey, here's this guy, they do that. Like, yeah, we can talk to you about it, we're educated, maybe able to do it, probably not, but they definitely do, because that's what they do. If we had a referral system like that, life would be so much easier for the dog. But too many people are so involved with how they need to do things, and that's the way that it needs to be done. It's bullshit. No, it doesn't. Like, 100 people right now would tell me what I'm doing with this dog is ultimately going to be the worst, right? But it's like, what are you talking, you know? But I deal with that all the time. It's because it's not the way they do it. They said, whoa, you didn't stuff the dog full of hot dogs and reward it for the good behavior. Well, no shit, because that's not going to do anything.
Tom, you know, the 2 dogs I had before.
It's so commercialized. It's who wants to be a dog trainer? Sign up now. Only do this. And then you get a dog like this, and they're like, I don't know, you know. And that's what it's about. And I work with a lot of people that will never give their dogs food. Why are we paying our dogs a $100 bill to go to their room, or to sit down, or to eat with us as a family? You know, in psychology terms. And that's what happens, is we spoil the shit out of our dogs in order for them to like us.
It's a reflection on society.
Exactly, but it's ours, the dog that, you know, wanted to literally couldn't be in the same room with me.
Well, it's not even that, right? We had the dog that couldn't be in the same room as you, but if he was in the same room as you, he would be right here.
Yeah, he would be there wanting to hurt me.
Right?
Yeah.
And I've never had him to the point where he sat this far away from me, even since he was a puppy.
Titan still has a lot of work to do, but I'm very, very happy to say that over the progression of episode number 1 to 2, this is a dog that's worked with 4 to 5 other trainers, and the owner has spent a lot of time and a lot of money. And we, progressionally, between the owner, the dog, and I, Titan, we've really made some great, successful progress with this dog, using the versatility of training tactics and mythology that I have. I'm really, really happy to say that this dog, Titan, is well on his way to success, and the owner doesn't have to think twice about getting rid of his dog. So like I said before, Titan has a ton of work still to do. However, this was a dog deemed untrainable, unfixable. This is a dog that could not be in the same room with one other person that he didn't know. He's gotten along collectively maybe 3 to 4 people in his entire life. at this state of fear and aggression. So I'm so happy that this dog has walked into my life and I've been able to change his owner's life and his life forever. A lot that goes into this type of training, and I do not suggest to do this at home if you're not equipped and you're not experienced with doing this stuff, because there's a lot of subtleties and a lot of things that you don't see that I am working in with the dog because of the experiences I've had prior. And so thank you guys so very much for watching this video. There's a lot that goes into this training. There's filming, there's editing, there's production, there's all of this stuff that goes into this stuff. It takes us a long time actually. So we appreciate you guys watching it. We give it to you absolutely free and no charge. I'm trying to help out as many people as possible. So like this video, share it with your friends if you think it would be beneficial to them. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you guys next episode.